Hi there, Jenny Stevens. So, are you finding that you're doing the same sort of tasks over and over and over again and would love to be able to actually save a lot of time for you? Or maybe you're just looking to be able to add in a bit of systems and find a way to just make your business run more efficiently so you get more time back to be able to do the things that you love. So, in this episode of Jenny Stevens TV, what I'm going to be sharing with you is four things that network marketers four tasks that all network marketers can actually automate that's going to give you time back straight away. So stay tuned for this episode. So my name is Jenny Stevens and I help network marketers, direct sellers and affiliate marketers and other home-based entrepreneurs learn how to build their business using the internet, using the power of the internet and creating systems and automation so you can have that time back to do the things that you love and make your business work much more efficiently so you can actually then have that time freedom for you. So every single week I put together a new training for you which is called Jenny Stevens TV. And I put together a free resource for you that's really going to help you with the topic that we're talking about and that's going to help you take steps forward straight away. So this week, we're talking about automation. So you might think, well, what's automation? You kind of think of like machines and factories and stuff like that. But automation is so critical to be able to grow your business. I think especially when people have had some results, but then they're looking to go to that next level. It's actually what tasks should you be automating to then give you that time back so that you can focus your times on more maybe income producing things or really helping out your team or whatever it is that you're going to be doing. So these four things are what I think are those kind of really helpful and crucial things that if you can automate, you're going to get so much time back in your day or within your week. So the first one that we're going to cover is it's about lead generation. So the whole prospecting process can take a lot of time, can't it? So if you think about just trying to find new people in the first place, have those conversations, find out if they're interested, then maybe taking them through your process for in terms of trying to then get an appointment booked, to have a chat with you, maybe on a phone call or a video call or something, or maybe it's to watch your presentation, whatever your kind of method is. But the whole thing, especially if you're talking to sort of cold prospects, people that don't know you yet, it can take quite a long time to sort of build up that conversation and then actually then get to the next steps. So when you can automate your lead generation, what you're really going to be able to do is just cut out so much time. So what you're going to be able to do is let the automation find those right people for you, kind of sift and sort them. So the ones that are interested are then going to actually kind of be putting themselves on your list to hold their hand up to say, yes, please, I'm really interested in this. I want to know more. And you're then going to be able to basically have ready to go people that are then ready for the next step. So just creating a list for yourself of interested prospects is absolutely one of those top tasks that when you can automate that is going to make a huge difference in your business. So that leads me then on to number two, which is then the follow-up. So once you're creating this list of interested people, when you can then have that next step. So as I said earlier, you might have your own sort of company method, or maybe you've created one within your team with kind of a process of where you want to take people. So are you looking to maybe get people to book in a call with you? To kind of take it maybe away from social media and then actually get on the phone with someone, I say, or video chat's a great way to be able to connect with people. But you want to actually be able to you can automate somebody then booking into your calendar, which is great. Maybe it's then, as I said, having then watching a video or a presentation, or just giving them some extra information that they need. Not everybody is going to buy your product or join your team straight away, as I'm sure you know from experience already. and it actually can take kind of 7 to 10 times for somebody to actually see something to then decide to buy. So by automating your follow-up, it's a great way of being able to basically give people more information if they need it. You can cover kind of different personalities. Some people like straight to the point, direct, right, I want the information, facts, figures, stuff like that. Other people might be more interested in what it can do for them in terms of they like community. They like to know they've got the support. Other people might, there's lots of different kind of personality types. But the best thing is when you're using automated follow-up, and the best way that I recommend you do that is through email, because you can then use an autoresponder. So if you don't know what an autoresponder is, it's basically a piece of software where you're collecting all of your leads. So for number one, which was about the lead generation, you're basically having all of those interested prospects and leads putting themselves into your autoresponder on autopilot, and then it can then trigger an automated follow-up series. So you could have maybe 7 emails, 10 emails, however many that you want, that's then automated, so you can take them through all the different stages. So maybe you might hear a lot of objections, a lot of common things come up. We all hear them. We don't have enough time. I don't know many people. I'm not a salesman, all that kind of stuff. So you can actually then take people through that sort of process. So answer their questions. You could do a video where you're doing a bit of a frequently asked questions. You can give them more information, tell them more about the benefits of what your business can do, or the benefits of what a product can do. You can give them demos. There's so many different things that you can do. But as I say, you can make your life so much easier by actually automating this whole kind of 10 email or whatever you want to do process. So when somebody joins your list, they will then get that follow-up process automatically. So you don't even have to be there to have those conversations. Or maybe you say you have a bit of a copy and paste thing if you're using those same messages all the time. So it really, really helps people kind of make the decision when it's right for them. And if you're not quite sure how you even get started with an email autoresponder or anything like that, then I've put together a great resource for you. It's a beginner's guide to email. It's like a checklist. So it just kind of gives you all the different things that you need to get started. So you can just grab that from the link below. But then we move on then to number 3, which is then those conversions. So when we talk about conversions, you might sort of think, well, what does this mean? So what does it mean to you? A conversion just means that somebody has kind of gone from A to B. So whatever your conversion is, and there's lots of different types of conversions. So it could be that you want somebody to actually book in that call with you to have a chat with you, so you can find out a bit more about them and see if they're a fit for you and your business. Maybe it's actually having somebody buy your product, take that commitment to actually clicking the button and going ahead and purchasing that product from you. Or maybe it's actually obviously someone clicking the join button, actually signing up to be a business partner of yours. So there's lots of different sort of types of conversions, but when you use an email autoresponder, you can automate all of that. So from your follow-up series, and then you might go into sending maybe a weekly newsletter or a weekly email, or sending an email a few times a week. And you can then, give people just an easy, non-salesy way to take the next step, So quite often I will do an email where I can share a bit of a funny story of something that happened that day. I can relate it to my business, and then it could be a PS, if you want to learn more about this, click here and you can get and it could be, you could get your product, or it could be to say book in a call with you. Whatever you want your next step to be, you can do it very, very simply when you're using emails. And as I say, it's all about automating it. So it just means you'll get so much time back to be able to actually focus your time on the things that need your time. So you know that your prospecting is taken care of, you know that your follow-up is taken care of, and now you can automate your conversions. So, you can then be focusing your time on creating some valuable content that's going to help people. It can be helping your team, which we'll come on to in just a little second. So say this all can be set up by emails, so those people that are going to be opening your emails and clicking your emails, you can find out who are your absolute kind of top priority, those people who are uber interested in your message, and then you could sort of just do a little kind of extra one just on those people and really focus your time on those. So it's a great way to be able to get more customers. It's a great way, and make sure you go back, and I did a great video and blog post last week where I just kind of covered sort of 6 big benefits of using email. And obviously one of them was automation, which is why I wanted to dive into a bit more about that. But so if you go back and watch episode 5, then you'll be able to kind of see all the different things that I talk about using email. But as I say, the great thing about automating a lot of it is you're making it right for them. It's not then relying on you having to remember to message people, especially if you're using Facebook and social media. You're not having to be there, especially if you've only got a couple of hours a day, or anything like that. But it makes it right for them. If you're just kind of continuously in front of them and you're just giving them messages and just giving them different maybe angles of your products or different ways to promote your business, you're making it about them and not about you. So it's really going to help. And then when they're ready, then they can, they've got an easy way to be able to take that next step. So then the fourth thing is then, obviously once people are taking that next step, and if they are joining you and your team is growing and your downline is growing, it's also a great way to be able to automate your team communications. So if you think about, wouldn't it be great if you had, new people are joining your team, and again, you might have a kind of a set sort of introductory training that you'd really like people to go over. Teach them the basics if they're brand new to network marketing. Teach them maybe a bit about your products and about your company. Give them some kind of simple tasks just to get started with. Duplicate everything that's working for you and your team. You can then set up an automated training series within your email autoresponder. You could have a list that's just for your team. So when you get new team members, again, they can automatically start getting, a specific training series that's just for you and your business. So again, it's a great way to be able to save you time on maybe having to have those kind of one-to-one calls with team members all the time. Make sure then, so that every single person on your team is getting the exact same information at the time which, is right. But also, if you think about Facebook groups, I know when I was doing my network marketing business, we were using Facebook for everything. So we had a Facebook group for our team, but sometimes the problem is, well, if you've got quite an established team, but when you have new people coming, it can be a bit overwhelming. You're then trying to find the posts that maybe explain certain bits, and Facebook is not very user friendly when it comes to being able to kind of find the post. What it's like if you use Facebook groups or anything with Facebook, posts can just disappear. Trying to find posts again is not easy. Otherwise, sometimes you end up with a giant pinned post that has got so many different things, and it can be a bit overwhelming for your team members. So by using email, I say it's a great way to be able to make sure that everyone's getting the same information at the right time. It's kind of drip feeding them as well, in terms of you have one thing per day. Facebook is obviously very distracting, as I'm sure you know. We can all get sucked into the Facebook vortex. It's like a black hole, isn't it? Before you know it, you've been scrolling and messing around on Facebook and an hour's gone. So it's a great way to keep your new team members concentration and kind of focus on the task at hand. So that's kind of really the big four things that I wanted to cover, so I'm just going to kind of recap. So you've got your lead generation, so actually finding prospects and, kind of sifting and sorting for you and having them put themselves on your list. That was number one. Number two was then automating the follow-up. So then taking them through a follow-up series where they can get to know more about you, about your products, about your business, whatever they need to take to know, to then to make a decision. And then that comes to then number three, which is about that conversion, whether it's a sale, whether it's a sign up, whether it's a booking a call with you, whether it's watching a presentation, any kind of next step and action that they take is a conversion. So it really just helps that whole process. And then finally, I say that fourth thing that I think is absolutely really, really helpful to be able to automate is then your team communication, and really be able to just help your team get off started on the right foot and make sure that everybody is having that same the same information and when it's kind of right for them. So, and a lot of top leaders are using automation. I think especially if you want to grow your business from kind of 4 to 5 figures or 5 figures to 6, you really need to implement some kind of system, and that's where automation comes into place. Because then it gives you that time back, as I say, to either just enjoy some time. We all start doing this business for different reasons, but a lot of it is because you don't want to be spending 40 hours a week working for someone else. You want to have the time to spend with your family, spend it with your loved ones, travel more, whatever it is. So enjoy that time back, and then spending your time doing the tasks that are actually going to help take you there, and knowing that a big chunk of the process is taking care of itself. So it absolutely helps, and so many top leaders are using email for this. So it's absolutely crucial to kind of start learning about how you use it. So that's why I wanted to just share with you about using email. And if it scares you and you think, oh, I've got nowhere where to start, then that's why I put together my beginner's guide to email checklist. So it's a checklist that's just going to help give you all the different things that you need so you can get started, knowing what software to I can recommend, what elements to get automated, how you start, all the different things you need. So there should be a link underneath this video right now, or you can go to jennystevenscoaching.com/06 download. So there should be a link showing right now under this video. If you are on my YouTube channel, then make sure you hit subscribe, but there will be a link in the description below. Or if you are on my blog, then there'll be a big button below this video as well. So it's my beginner's guide to email checklist. To say it just is going to help you get started. And obviously I'm here for any help. So if you've got any questions, or you just want to maybe find out a bit more, I'm happy to obviously, jump on a call with you if you want. If maybe you're feeling a bit sort of, oh my God, where do I even start? That's why I wanted to put together this resource for you. So make sure that you download that. But absolute automation was what took me, I was able to build my business. I worked full time for nearly 3 years while I was doing, I joined network marketing, and then I went into now sort of coaching. And teaching other people. I was able to build my business from nothing, and then I was able to quit my job just a couple of months ago using automation. Working full time, I only had a couple of hours a day to be able to work on my business, and then weekends, but I really had to find a way that could do lots of things for me, because I didn't have obviously hours and hours every day to be able to spend messaging people on Facebook, and then find out that they're not even interested. So that's why I was really, when I learned how to do this, it absolutely changed so much for me, and it meant that I could wake up to leads and sales, new customers in my inbox while I was sleeping. It was lovely being able to wake up and see an inbox full of notifications. And that's what I want for you too, for you to be able to actually get results, not have to be a slave and trade that time for money, and have your business work for you. So you can save yourself, say, spending loads of time on Facebook, having to do kind of home parties, hotel meetings, three-way calls all the time, you know, all these different things. If you can learn how to automate a lot of these things for you, it's going to help you. It's going to help duplicate this in your team because it's going to help them too. So absolutely, you know, by utilizing technology, bringing together the skills that, you know, you need with network marketing, and, you know, kind of fuse them together, and you can make this amazing kind of automated system that, you know, it doesn't take out the human point with it, because you can have, that's where you can utilize things like video, you know, and I'm sure we'll talk more about video in future episodes, but that's how you can really, you know, and using your follow-up to really have your personality, show them who you are, connect with them, but it doesn't always mean that you've got to be there kind of one-on-one with you. So I hope this really helped you just kind of see how you can, the things to think about to automate in your business, how you can do it. Hopefully I've given you some good tips and good ideas about how you can maybe take your business from, you know, to the next steps. And I say, make sure you grab that checklist to just help you get started. And then, you know, I'll be here to help you get it off and running, and you know, getting new time back in your business, which is really what my aim is. So I'd love to hear your comments. So just drop a comment in the comments box below this video. I'd love to be able to hear your feedback in terms of if this is something that you just would love to be able to learn how to do, to put into place in your business, or if it freaks you out, that's fine. You know, I never thought I would be able to do this too, but it's not scary. It doesn't have to be daunting. You don't have to be a tech wizard. It's something that anybody can do. It's just about learning, you know, what steps to do, and, you know, the different things to do. And that's why I wanted to just help give that. So say, I'd love to kind of hear your feedback. So leave your comments below and grab that download. And yeah, that's all it is. That's what was my lesson today. Automation is absolutely key to building a big business using online strategies. So I hope it helped, and we will see you all next week's video. Take care. Bye.